So friends, just a reminder, today we are finding the surface area of this tissue box right here. What is the shape of this tissue box? It's called a what?
Rectangular prism.
Yeah, so we're going to find the shape of this rectangular prism. So I already had some help, and we measured out how long it is. It's about 9 inches long, it's 3 inches tall, and then 5 inches wide to go into the back of it. So I want you to think in your mind, if we were to cut this box apart and turn it into a net, show me in your fingers, how many separate rectangles would there be? How many separate rectangles would there be? Yeah, 6. There would be 6, okay? And so when we do this, the way that I think of it is this tissue box, it has six different parts. It has a top, and what's the opposite of a top? A bottom. Yeah, so it has a top and a bottom. And then it has a left side, and what's the other side?
Right.
And the right side, yeah. So it has a left and a right. And then it has a front and a what?
Back.
And a back. Yeah, so it has a front side and a back side. So I'm going to ask you a question about, this box. So everyone look at the front side. Look at it, see it, the front side. Do you think that this front side is the same or different in size compared to the back side? Same or different? Same. Yeah, it's the same. So if I found the area for the front side, it would be the exact same as the area on the back side. Just like if I found the area for the top, it would be the same amount as the bottom. Okay? So when we are solving this today, the way that we're going to do that is we are going to solve for, I have so many notebooks on here, sorry guys. We're going to solve for the front and the back. And then we're going to solve for the top and the bottom. And then we're going to solve for the left and the right. Okay. But before we solve for those, I want to quickly draw out my net of this shape. So just like we talked about yesterday, so I'm going to have a spot that sits on the table. So here's like this is going to be my bottom piece. Right? And I'm going to unfold this tissue box really quickly. So if this is my bottom, when I unfold this, gentlemen, Emiliano and Alex, I'm really over you two looking at each other, smirking at each other. Don't look like that at all. I'm really, really over it. What I'm teaching is actually really relevant. And if you don't need it, then you guys are welcome to step out of the classroom, go into Madam Dion's class. But everyone else in here is ready to learn, and you're distracting from it. I'm really sorry too. Okay, so here's my bottom piece. When I unfold my bottom piece, tell me, is this, so if this is the bottom, am I left with my top piece or am I left with my front piece?
Front.
Front, yeah, so it's going to be my front, and then my back, and then my bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead and fill that in on our net. And there's a reason why I'm taking the time to label it, okay? Front, and then here's the back, bottom, my top, and then here is my left, and this is my right. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and solve for this. And when we do that, we need to find the area of one rectangle. We're actually finding the area for 6 rectangles, but we have 3 rectangles that are different sizes, and then like the front and the back, they're the same size. So we're going to find the area of the front and the back. Tell me again, what is the formula for finding the area of a rectangle? It's area equals what?
Base times height.
Perfect, base times height. So what I want everyone to do right now is look at our drawing, okay? And so we're talking about the front and the back. We're talking about the front and then the back of our tissue box. What numbers will we use to find the base and the height, to find the area of the front and the back? Look, your choices are 5 inches, 3 inches, and 9 inches. I want you to look at it and decide what numbers would we use to find the area of this rectangle right here. Tell your neighbor what numbers do you think it is.
9.
Okay. Raise your hand if you think it's a 5. Are we using 5? Raise your hand if you think we're using 3. Raise your hand if you think we're using 9. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and plug in the numbers that we're going to use. We're using 3 and 9. So area equals 3 times 9. And what is 3 times 9?
27.
27. Good. 27 inches squared. I'm going to come back to that 27. I'm not done quite yet. Or actually, I'm going to take that 27. So we found it for the front and the back. So I'm going to come over to my net, and I'm going to write 27 in the spot for the front, and then 27 in the spot for the back. Okay? So we actually just found the area of this rectangle right here. What's the area of this rectangle?
27 inches.
Yeah, this rectangle right here is 27 inches squared. That's not just like a number I'm making up. You can actually see what 27 square inches look like. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's talk about the top and the bottom. Okay, so we are looking at the top piece right here, and then the bottom piece that's right here. So the top and the bottom. Talk to your neighbor. What two numbers are we going to multiply to find the top and the bottom?
5 and 9.
Okay. Tell me one of the numbers we're using, Hannah.
9.
9. Thumbs up if you agree with Hannah. Okay, and then tell me the other number we're using. Everyone.
5.
5. Yeah, so we're going to be using 5 and 9. So again, I'm going to write out my formula. My formula here is area equals what?
Base times height.
Good, base times height. And just like what Hannah said, we're going to use 9, and then the whole cost said 5. And what is 9 times 5?
45.
Good, 45 inches squared. Good. And then all we have left is the left and the right side. So I want you guys to look at our box again and decide what numbers would we be using. Talk about it with your partner. What numbers would we be using? Okay, I'm hearing a lot of different answers, but I'm going to give you a hint, okay? And please listen. So if you guys look, we have used 9 2 times, okay? We've used 3 once and 5 once. Never again, like in this situation where I have 3 different numbers, never again do I get to use 3 and 9 together, and never again do I get to use 9 and 5 together. But every number will be used twice, okay? Every number will be used twice. I am trying to find this shape right here and this shape right here. Okay, tell me one of the numbers that we are using. Clara? 5, yep, and tell me the other number we're using, everyone.
3.
Perfect. So I'm going to write out my formula. Area equals base times height. And just like Clara said, we're using 5, and then the class said 3. And what is 5 times 3?
15.
15 inches squared. Okay? So now I have these 3 numbers. I have 27, 45, and 15. And there are a couple of ways that we can go about finding the rest of my answer. So remember, we're trying to find the surface area here. I have a question for you. So we said that the top and the bottom, okay, this top piece right here, this is 45 inches squared. This piece right here is 45 inches squared. That's cool, right? But I'm going to ask you a question. Are you ready? If this is 45 inches squared, how big is this rectangle?
45 inches squared.
Yeah, it's 45 inches squared because they're the exact same size, okay? But do you know what? I'm only listing 45 inches squared once, so there are multiple ways that we can do this. Oh, and do you know what? We actually have to go back in and fill in our net. Let's fill in our net with what we know.
Okay.
Thanks, Connor. Sorry. Let's fill in our net. So I know that my bottom and my top are 45 inches, and my left and my right are 15 inches. Okay. So there are a couple ways from this point right here that we can solve. Okay, we can either do 27 plus 45 plus 15. What is 5 plus 5?
10.
10 plus 7?
17.
17. Carry my 1. 1 plus 2?
3.
Plus 4?
7.
Plus 1?
8.
Okay, there's 87. So I found, like this right here said 87 inches. That's like finding the front, the bottom, and the left. Is that the whole surface area? Nope. So we want to take all those numbers and then times it by 2. And 2 times 7 is what?
14.
And 2 times 8?
16.
Plus 1?
17.
17. So I have 174 inches squared. Okay? So that's one way that you guys can find the answer. Another way that you can do it is you can do 27, 45, 15, And then I had students who just multiplied all of them by 2 on the side, and then did, there's 30, 90, and is this 54? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then added that way for, there's 14, 15, 16, 17, 174 inches squared. Okay. Or there's one more way that you could come to it, and you could just add up every number you see here. You could do 27 plus 45 plus 27 plus 45 plus 15 plus 15, and then you can add that. There's 20. Oh no, this should be 7. Sorry guys. And this will also equal 174 inches squared. Okay. By a raise of hands, how many of you like adding your numbers then multiplying it by 2? How many of you like taking your numbers, multiplying it by 2, then adding it? How many of you like just adding them all up? I don't care how you do it. It's fine either way as long as you come to the correct answer. When you are working on this, please make sure that you are finding the area for the front and the back, the top and the bottom, and the left and the right. Thanks, Addison.